Just a bit out of his reach. He'll try to chase it. Long pass Martin over the blue line. Suzuki chips Nadeau in the slot. He's in. He scores. Spencer Martin will pick up a secondary assist. He made that play happen. Bradly Nadeau, his first American Hockey League goal. It's 1-0 Chicago.
He's stuck with it now. Chicago back up ice. Turning. Here's a pass in front of his score on the rebound. Save made initially by Kosa. The rebound.
Ryan to Suzuki. One of several Canadians for the Wolves. Brought in, Suzuki gets it back, Nadeau shoots, he scores! That combo is struck for the last two lamplighters for Chicago, and it's a 1-1 game.
Fensori down to the goal line with a feed. Swinging around the net, a pass out in front, and they score! Madawaska puts it away backdoor on a nice pass from Bradly Nadeau right after Tokarski absolutely robbed the Moose of the opening goal.
Yeah,
Sautner to it, he'll chip it up the wall. Poke to the line, but not out by Manitoba. Now loose out in front is Nadeau, and he scores! Bradly Nadeau wide open in front of the Moose net after a...
So much snow in front of that Rockford bench, and Suzuki couldn't bring it in cleanly. Now Nadeau finds it, he shoots, he scores! Well, carrying on was Charles Alexis Legault and Nadeau. Here's Suzuki in, get the real stuff. Suzuki will pick it back up, centers, Yaska pulls the trigger, he scores! And the Wolves are within one early in the third.
Pulling up, Felix Unger-Sorum now near side, a feed right in front, they score. It went right to Unger-Sorum with an empty net, no chance. And Chicago gets the power play goal, grabbing a 1-0 lead with 5:14 to go in the opening.
I just think he...
Oh, look out, Chicago dangerous in front, and they score right on the doorstep.
Yikes.
As
Campbell got a piece of it.
Ty Smith.
Suzuki gets it out in front. Yaska shoots, he scores! A 2-point game for Yaska. And yeah, that one was bar down.
Park, and back come the Wolves. On the rush, 2-on-1. Nadeau will saucer it over. They score. Robida has his second of the game, and he wins it in overtime. Justin Robida gives the Wolves a 5-4 overtime victory on the 2-on-1 transition rush. Smith goes into the left circle. Nadeau snaps it into the slot, a shot, they score! It hopped over, crosses it over to the right circle. The Wolves look for a trailer and a blast, they score! And it's Bradly Nadeau as Chicago takes their first lead of the night with 9:13 to go.
Suzuki, they score! What a chance out in front, and welcome back to the Wolves. Bradly Nadeau makes it 2-0.
Firebirds net, Jones for Road, off the skate, kept onside by Chicago. Here's Nadeau, he scores! Chicago takes a 1-0 lead. Bradly Nadeau as the Firebirds couldn't get it out of...
Here's Fensori, dumping it in. He was checked by Carrick. Robida flies into the forecheck, and it's kept alive. Good feet by Suzuki. He goes over to Nadeau. One-timer. He scores! And the Wolves on their third power play open up the scoring tonight. Bradly Nadeau. Morrow shifting it back. Suzuki to Fensori. Looking into the slot. Good defensive play there. That was Grube who broke that up. And now Nadeau. One-timer. He scores! Deja vu, Suzuki to Nadeau, and it's 2-1 Wolves.
Sharply wide. From the bumper, Robida cross. This one fired from the left circle, tipped, they score. Greaves tumbles to the ice after it was deflected home, it would appear, by Austin Wagner. And if it's his, he's got his second of the game. A power high slot, carrying Nadeau. He'll fire, tipped on its way. Save Greaves once, and on the rebound, they score. It's Chicago again. As celebrating is Charles Alexis Legault, as he was near the net front and got that redirection to go. Skates of an exhausted Brindley behind the net, gets his stick back. Morrow left circle, and they score. Pounded home by the Wolves. Bradly Nadeau. Chicago finds a way to win the game.
Got it into the offensive zone. Sent across for Nadeau. Backdoor feed for Suzuki. He scores. The Wolves respond right again. It goes in between the legs of Comesso. And Ryan Suzuki ties, touching him. Throws it across. Nadeau spins it around and he scores. It's another overtime winner for Bradly Nadeau. And the Wolves win it 3-2, just 41 seconds into overtime.
Goal lead here, under 7 to go in the third, keeping the shift short. Now Nadeau with Suzuki, 2-on-1. Pass to Suzuki, shoots, he scores! Ryan Suzuki, number 6.
For Rockford in the third period, they entered into the final 20, tied at 1 with the Griffins. Fed out in front for Nadeau and he scores. He's left all alone in between the hash marks, and Nadeau makes no mistake, just 60 seconds into the game.
Sorry, trying to push it out in front, dribbles to the corner boards. Here's Morrow. Back door, Nadeau shoots, he scores! Bradly Nadeau cannot be stopped. That's 15 on the season, and it is 1-0 Wolves. Now the Wolves enter back in. Robida shoots, kicked away, big rebound. The Wolves go, they score. Bradly Nadeau, his second of the game, and it's 2-0 Chicago. Sweet number.
Down that one, batted out of midair, goes straight up in the air and stayed in play. That one was a mile in the air. It somehow stayed in play. It comes cross ice from Sealy, right circle, back door, they score. Second shot of the game, Chicago on the board. It's a backdoor play for Suzuki, cross ice. Suzuki won it cleanly back to the blue line where Ty Smith operates. One-timer coming, they score. It's Bradly Nadeau from the near dot. Fires in a slap shot.
Here's a Smith. He has some heat. A shot. Now Nadeau shoots. He scores. Number 19 on the power play. Suzuki trying to knock it back down low. Crowdey's cleared attempt, kept in Nadeau. Nadeau to Suzuki. A shot right on. Robida grabs the rebound. He scores! Justin Robida lights the lamp, and the Wolves lead by 2 here in the third. Suzuki will give it off to Nadeau. Now the Wolves get in their formation. Morrow looks to Robida. Back across Nadeau. One-timer, he scores! Goal number 20 for Bradly Nadeau. Morrow has to hustle with Gutman on his tail.
That's trouble there because there's so much snow. The puck just stopped. If you would, if a Rockford player was going, you might have.
Now Nadeau is moving up ice. He shoots. He scores! It's the Bradly Nadeau show. He has 2, and the Wolves lead 2-0.
Robida sprinting around Smolik into the right circle, back door, they score.
And Suzuki on the counter, end of a shift for him, he'll dump it in. They score!
Nobody saw this.
I was looking back at the contact. It's Bradly Nadeau with his 22nd of the season. Swaney feeds the point. Ryan over to Hamo Solomon. They'll work it back deep. Out in front, Suzuki. Save. Rebound, they score! Loose change, and Ryan Suzuki able to tuck. So the Stars kill it off. Look out. Now a chance on the front. Poirier, big time save on Nadeau. Puck is loose. They score! Finally, it gets pulled home by Bradly Nadeau. Nadeau, the goal scorer, will send it up ice. Off the stick of Suzuki. Picked up by Pavlichev. Pavlichev into the slot. Nadeau shoots, he scores! Bradly Nadeau is heated right back up, and the Wolves are within a...
Very uniquely and kind of acrobatically spun around and got a good clear.
Robida in front on the entry, they score. Nifty little combination between Nadeau and Robida, a couple of rookies that have powered. Pops it in past Comesso, and the Wolves have rallied back to tie the game for 4.
Wow. And again, power play execution. This is their third power play goal of the game. It's pretty simple. They got the middle.
Off any face-off, you're going to have 3-4 guys going.
Here comes Suzuki barreling in. He scores. Spins behind the net and ramps it towards the blue line. There to get it is the slippery Suzuki. Yaska's pass backdoor. They score. Nadeau behind the net. It's Juha Jaska. 20 seconds to go in overtime. Off the wall, a pass right in front. They score.
Here's Suzuki, fires it across the ring. Nadeau will steer it deep. Out in front, Robita walks in, shoots he!
Suzuki across that line, wide left. Feeds one across, that one deflected right in front, tipped on goal. Puck loose, and it looks like, well, the Wolves are saying it's in, and the referee right there. What's the call?
I don't know. He didn't point to it. I think it's out. Kosa had it. Kosa left the net, so I think it's.
No, they're gonna. Looks like they're gonna give him the goal.
We got another conversation.
Now for Jaska, back for Suzuki, up top Smith. Nadeau tees one up and he scores! Bradly Nadeau blasts one short side, and the Wolves capitalize on the power play. Suzuki off the wall, his pass gets by Jaska, who is pressured by Phillips, but comes to Nadeau on the wall. Up top for Smith, moves in with a shot and he scores! And the Wolves come away with a 4-3 overtime win. Get a stick on the puck to prevent a break the other way, but now here are the Wolves into the zone. A toe drag bounces to Jaska, rebound fought off by DiVincentis. Another chance in front, and they score. No has to glove it down. Smith's shot pass down low is tipped by Salamanca, but the Moose just can't get a bounce here. Comes out wide for Nadeau. Smith tees one up, and they score.
Goaltending, special teams, so huge.
Here's Stillman from the point with a shot. Tipped in front of the goal. What a deflection from Bradly Nadeau. That is his 30th goal of the season at 11:55. It doesn't get better than that.
That is beautiful. Like we said, sleepy game. Suddenly we got 2 goals back-to-back in about 15 seconds. I don't know.
Robita will reset. Smith giving it back to Justin Robita. Across one-timer to Nadeau. He scores! Powder River on the power play. Here's Mayhew breaking in. Mayhew to the net, and Martin spectacular! Spencer caught it with the left hand. Here's a one-timer, but Nadeau, he scores!